What is the deal, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode. I'm glad you're joining me. I really am. I am very happy. It's a very beautiful day outside. If you guys watched the last video, you guys will know it is pretty much the same day. Well, not pretty much. It is the same day. The goal for today is actually to make sure I can get this car, the engine and transmission out of the car today. That is my goal. So it was too much, and it is too much for me to actually put all this information and what I'm doing into a single video. So I'm trying to do it in multiple videos to try to show you guys that what I'm doing, well, not exactly what I'm doing, but how I'm doing it, and you know, try to show if, you know, try to see if you guys would want to do something like this. But first things first, one of the things that, like, I'm very, very, very confused on, well, first off, I took off the, what do you want to call that? The return line for the fuel filter return line. And it's just leaking away. It really is. And it's making me mad. I want to see if there's a puddle. Yeah, there's a puddle underneath the car. Not a huge puddle, but it's a puddle nonetheless. And I'm trying not to make it bigger. So I got to clamp that off and make sure I you know, there's nothing that's coming through there. But let me show you guys something real quick. So a while ago, as you can tell, there's a lot more done than when I actually left off. So I took off the fuel injector harness, and I took off the harness that goes to the rest of the car over here. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is the only harness. But there's a, you know, the one that goes here. There's a plug here, and there's a plug underneath there, like there. So they all go to this side of the engine here, and then the harness, the top harness, goes from here, and then it you know, all the fuel injectors and such, and I just, you know, put it over to the side. So it's out of the way, not really going to be an issue. So, and then as you can see back here, those are the coolant lines that go to the problem that I actually have inside the car, for my my heater hose, or my heater, what do you want to call it, heater core hoses. So that piece of plastic right here, this piece of orange yellow thing right there, that goes to the heater hose, and I don't really like that. So being that that's plastic, I think that that's probably not gonna melt, obviously, but I think I'm just gonna change that to a piece of metal just so I won't have any issues. And I'm trying to get the a new line if I can, and maybe even buy the kit that actually, like, it gets rid of all of these, like, plastic or rubber hoses, and it puts AN lines in there. So I don't know, I'm like 50-50 on that. But what I did want to ask is, so there's a line here. So a while ago, I have my HKS stuff here, and all the lines are all blue, right? Now, looking on this side, the wire the vacuum hose goes all the way up here, and then it taps into the back here, right? To the back of this block, which I think obviously is all air. But it's tapped into my fuel pressure regulator. So a lot of people that have seen this car said, oh, well, that's a bad idea to tap into your fuel pressure regulator. Well, I don't exactly, it's not directly tapped in. So it's tapped into this fuse box here. Like I said before, I think it's all air, which is good. But there's a you know, a blue, like, you know, hose that goes to this sensor here. Now I don't know exactly what that sensor is. The only thing I can think of is that that's for the fuel pressure. But I did not think that this car had fuel pressure sensor or whatever. So that's kind of confusing. And then I have this down here. So this is a weird one. So there's a wire coming off of it, right? And then it goes above, and it taps into the car somewhere, right? So now there is a outlet that goes to the pan, and then there's an inlet that comes from the back of the head. So you can barely see. I'll go through this like when I get the engine out, but this is the line here. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes into the back of the head, And the only thing I can think of is that like this is like almost like VCam. And I've said in multiple videos before that it's like VCam. I don't know. It's not obviously HK because there's no HKS VCam here. So I think this on the intake side, there is a, you know, only one cam over here that's AVCS or whatever. And I think that's what they call it. But hold on one second. I got to change my battery in this bad boy before it dies. Okay, people, sorry about that. It's a little dirty. But sorry about that. So both of my batteries were dead. I thought I had it charging, but apparently it wasn't plugged in all the way. So yeah, so that kind of sucked. But I lost a lot of time here, but it is what it is. I actually been working to try to get this thing still out. But yeah, so I have the what do you want to call that? The power steering pump that's off and disconnected. The feed is over here. I have the other side of the feed over here disconnected, and I emptied out the reservoir here, which is okay, I guess. The AC compressor is sitting down here. That is going to be something I'm going to have to deal with because it's really tight up on this side, and I have to make sure that I don't puncture or anything like that with this line here, which I think it should be all right. There's nothing else in the way up there, so it should be okay. Everything on this side is pretty much off. All the electrical stuff I actually have in, you know, this bundle here. So it should be okay. I'm guessing that it should be okay, but we're gonna have to see once we actually start to lower this bad boy. So we're at the point where we can go underneath the car, and hopefully I think that's it on top, so that we can actually just go down below and start snatching stuff. So I think the only thing that we might just have to do from the top here is undo the center console and actually undo the boot and such, so that like everything will lower without an issue. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. But right now we need to get underneath the car, and we need to actually start undoing everything there. So one thing I need to do is I need to undo the e-brake, because I need to, all right, so I need to make sure that the rear wheels spin. So yeah, let me set the camera up somewhere, and let's get it rocking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so I am plugging away, as you can tell here. So this piece here is for the Tessa. For those of you who are not GTR people, the Tessa is what runs the all-wheel drive. So there's a pump in the trunk, and this piston out here actually pushes up against the there's a device inside the transfer case to actually make it so that it automatically comes on. So some people say all-wheel drive, but it's actually four-wheel drive because it's a pump that actually runs it. So I don't get mad at people for thinking that it's all-wheel drive, but it is four-wheel drive. And then we took apart the clutch slave cylinder here just to make sure that it's up and out of the way. So the next thing I will do is try to make sure that I can get, not make sure, but I'm gonna start actually getting the front end taken apart. So all of the ball joints, I'm gonna try to take apart. I'm gonna take out the axle. Well, not take it out, but like just separate it, make sure that it comes apart from the knuckles. and undo the lower ball joints. And I think the sway bar links are really the only things I think that I need to really do. And then I could actually start going after everything that holds the engine and cradle into the car. I think that's really it. So yeah, let me set the camera up and let's continue to move on. Okay, people. So, did you see what just happened? Oh, it's moving. So, my axle just popped right out. So, just goes to show you, like, I really need to replace those boots because they are just junk. But good news is that we are free of any obstructions in the wheel wells, which is good. So, everything, the steering rack and such is disconnected. The ball joint, lower ball joint is disconnected, and the axles, well, which I thought was going to be an issue, are disconnected from the hubs. So all we really need to do now is to start. Looks like we just need to start undoing all of the big bolts to keep the cradle and the engine, or the transmission, in the car. So, which is really good. So this is gonna take some practice here. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is just try to get a couple of these here, like you know, just doing one at a time, two at a time, and seeing where we're at. And then once I see the engine start to move, then I'll move everything over. Well, I need to take this off because this bar here does not do anything except for aid in rigidity. So let me take that off real quick, and then we can start pulling these bolts out, because I think they're only like, there's 4, 6, 8, there's 10, 12. I think there's only 12. If 12 is the magic number, it should be easy. But like I said before, it's gonna have to get raised, and I'm gonna have to watch it from underneath, because I still have some of the wiring loom that is still exposed, and I still have the the AC compressor that's still in there that I don't want to get damaged at all. So hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully I can get this thing out tonight. And that was kind of the goal, to try to get it done in a day, actually out in a day, so that like I can move it around and start to take it apart and, you know, like do everything that I kind of need to do, because this thing is going to be on the lift for at least a good couple weeks, man. I have no idea how long, to be honest with you. Like, if I had to guess, just a rough guesstimate, it's probably gonna be here like 3 weeks, a month or so. So, which kind of sucks, but if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do, because I'm gonna have to still wait for parts. I still gotta take the head to the machine shop, and I still gotta do a bunch of stuff. So, let's continue on, all right? All right, people. So I've taken a bolt from the front, back, and the transmission on each side. So it should be able to come out, is my guess here. So I'm going to position the cradle here. I think I'm gonna walk across the street and grab myself a big pallet, because they have a bunch of pallets over there. And I think I have another one of these yeah, I do have another one of the rolling dollies, so that's good. That'll be excellent. I do need to let the car down, and I do need to undo everything underneath the center console there, like the shifter and all that stuff. So yeah, it should be primo, should be pretty good. I think that's really it. Like, I think I just need to go and grab that, and then hopefully this video is not too long, and we can actually get this thing out. So give me a minute, and let me go get grab a pallet or two, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so I have my 2 pallets, and you know what, I need all the luck that I can get. So cross your fingers. We're about to let this bad boy down. I did go inside and take apart the shifter, which is right here. So that is ready to go. So there's nothing that should obstruct me from actually getting this bad boy down. So I'm gonna let this bad boy down on the pallets, and I'm going to pray to anybody that is up there in the skies that this comes out with no problem. So put you guys on time lapse, and let's see what we can do. People, look at this. My first RB all the way out. So I'm super excited. Let's check this bleed. Oh, the bleed looks good. Holy crap. Listen, I am super excited to get this bad boy out. You have no idea, but now comes like the hardest part of all, trying to get everything taken off this bad boy, because yeah, I'm obviously not going to do it today, because today's already a super long video. But look at all the crud and such all around this thing. So I'm pretty sure I can fit it inside my my powder coating oven. I gotta see what I can do about getting all the crap off of it, though. I'll tell you that, because this is not gonna be easy, but I'll be able to get it. I'll repowder coat everything, make sure everything looks good, and yeah, holy crap, I swear, like, I'm super excited. I hope that you guys are too, and I cannot wait to start disassembling this thing. I'm not gonna go super heavy with the disassembly. I will go moderate. I say moderate, because there's some things that I really don't need to touch, and there's stuff that, like, obviously I'm gonna have to do. So everything that needs to come off is the head and everything down at the bottom. So I'm gonna have to get my hoist out to get everything off the subframe itself. So yeah, I cannot wait for that. But as for right now, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Next video will be all disassembly, so I cannot wait for that. And I'm super excited, and I'm so excited. So you have no idea. My RB is really nice. So like, one thing that I do have to do is I gotta clean this engine bay, that's for sure, because it looks like poop, and I have no doubt about it that I'll be able to get it super nice and clean. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely gotta degrease everything in the engine bay. So join me on the next one as I start disassembling and cleaning up everything I got here. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on this journey because I have so much more to come, I swear. So, yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Deuces.